Should we go for living room makeover round 3 out here or not?
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back. It is early on Wednesday morning. Maddie had a very, very short nap. I was hoping it to be significantly longer, but that's okay because we have a bunch of errands to go run today. We're gonna head out and go to Goodwill, go to a park, I think Target. I'm pretty sure Target. But a lot of adventuring to do. I have a DIY I want to try later. I think we're both ready to get out of the house this morning though and get our to-do list started. So I hope you guys enjoy following along on this couple of days. I think it's going to be a 2-day video, so today and tomorrow. And we'll see what happens and what unfolds, what we get into, all of the DIYs and the house projects and the cleaning and the baby stuff and the errands, all the fun stuff. So I will see you guys in the car probably. Okay, I'm not sure if this angle is any good, but we are going to Target first. I have 3 things I need there. I need to get bleach because we're doing another DIY project. It should be its own separate video, but we are taking all of the paint off of the nightstands in our bedroom, and then I'm gonna try to do a bleached wood trick. If you mix equal parts bleach and water and then spray it onto wood, apparently it lightens it up, like bleach makes things whiter. So that should be a fun try, but I need to buy bleach, so that's on my list. I also want to go to Goodwill and get a couple things there. I'm looking for a big quilt that'll be good to like take out to parks. I also want to do a little DIY centerpiece for our kitchen table, so I want to look for a vase from Goodwill that's super cheap that I can DIY. A couple other things. I have a park that if we have enough time I want to go and try out today. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know that I have not been able to shut up about how we took Madeline to the zoo over the weekend, and it was so much fun. Christian with active military gets in free. You just like show your military ID at the gate. I got a 10% discount on my ticket for being a military dependent, and then Madeline was free because she's so young. So I think we paid 60 bucks, and then we packed our own snacks. Parking was free, so it wasn't really that expensive of a trip, and it was so much fun. We got there right when it opened, and we had the place to ourselves, and long story short, we loved it so much, and since I'm trying to get out of the house every day, we mailed in our receipt and the ticket for what we paid for my 1-day admission ticket, and we're going to be upgrading that into a membership pass. So it's basically an annual pass to get into the zoo however often we want. So that's in the mail, so that'll be fun. I think honestly I'm gonna go like at least once a week, maybe every other week, but that's a really fun outing that will be good for us. She did an awesome job there. She just hung out in her stroller. She took a little cat nap on the go. She didn't really look at any animals, but it was a good way to get out of the house and like walk around. It's hilly, there's good exercise, so that's my spiel on the zoo. Now I'm gonna stop talking before I bore you guys any longer while I'm driving, and also so I can focus on GPS because I still have no idea where I'm driving half the time that I'm here in California.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
Okay, so we just got back from Goodwill, Target, that whole errand strip. The park we found was adorable. It was really nice, quiet, safe, clean. Tons of other moms and babies there, so that was a really good find. The only less than great thing is that Madeline could not hang for the car ride home. She couldn't hang at all. She like KO'd. I even took her pacifier out of her car seat and like was handing her toys, and she literally was like holding a toy to her face and then fell asleep right here. It was too cute for words, but also that means we have another wake window before another nap. I'm microwaving some lunch right now. I made taco pasta the other night, and I wanted to share my little haul. First thing from Target, nothing exciting, bleach for the drawers. I also needed another multi-surface spray. And then Goodwill, probably my most exciting find of the day, was not on my shopping list. But first, I got this vase that I want to DIY. I want to do the paint and the baking soda trick that I've seen done like all over the internet. Like you've probably seen it too. Because I want to kind of DIY a target vase that I really like, but I didn't want to pay full price for. So I found this at Goodwill. I think this will be perfect for a little kitchen table. So there's that. And then the really exciting thing, and it is like a little cookie jar or just a jar for whatever, but I thought it was so cute. It's wood with a little handle, cream, white, ribbed, so cute. Like I could totally see this being like a Studio McGee threshold line for like 30-40 bucks, and I got it for $8. Plus you can do a student or a military or a senior citizen. Like there's tons of discounts, a teacher discount, tons of Goodwill discounts. So both of these together were less than $10, I think, or maybe 11. So great finds. I'm very happy with this. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a kitchen makeover pretty soon, like a DIY peel and stick type stuff. So I think that's when this guy will make its debut in the kitchen. But I'm obsessed. So I'm gonna eat my lunch, hang out with Maddie. She just ate, so she should be good for right now, and we'll hang out.
I can't believe you love me. I just feel so lucky.
Maddie is down for a nap. It's not quite time for a nap, but she's had like awful naps all day. She had like 10 minutes in the car, and then her first nap was only, been talking to and the lighting's awful. And her first nap was only like 30 minutes, which is super weird for her. But I got her down. I don't know how long she'll stay down. Like it could be a 30-minute or a 20-minute nap, or it could be a 2-hour nap. So we'll see what happens. And I want to work on the DIY project that's happening in the garage. But before I can go out there, I need to make a mixture of bleach and water. So I cleaned out really good one of Christian's like automotive cleaning stuff. This was heavy duty wheel cleaner. It was empty, so I rinsed it out, made sure there's no like solution left behind in it, and I need to mix equal parts water and bleach.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you.
And then I'm pretty sure it's as simple as just spraying down the piece with the bleach. Although I've read a couple conflicting things on if I have the right type of bleach in my bottle or not, but we will see, we'll find out. I think it was like $2 for that bleach, so no harm, no foul.
It's not that long since I met you for the first time.
Okay, there's probably a better way to go about this project, but if I don't do it now, it's never gonna happen. So I'm gonna take our Goodwill vase and do a mixture of baking soda and paint on it. And it's supposed to give it like a ceramic finish, so it looks fancy and textured and all the good expensive things that we don't want to pay for. I'm sure you guys have seen this hack everywhere, but it's really simple. Online it just said like a 1/4 cup of baking soda with some paint. I'm just using indoor paint. I'm gonna put it in my little dish, mix it up, and then coat this bad boy.
I know we should work it out before I'm too invested. I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move.
I'm pretty sure that was not a very good description or example of how to do this project, but it's so simple. I don't think it takes that much instruction. So hopefully that was easy to follow along. I think I've heard some things of people, it sounds weird, adding dirt to the paint, and it gives it more like an aged look because the Target base that I like is kind of speckled. So I'm gonna research that a little bit while this coat dries. And then Maddie and I, she's taking very important business calls right now. But if that's the case, if people actually do that and it looks good, I might go grab some, what's it called, dirt from our backyard and then mix that in for the second coat. But I like how it looks so far. I'm definitely kicking myself though because I did not take a before photo of just the red vase. And Madeline is complaining that the camera is not on her because everything's about her. And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. I think Maddie and I are gonna hang out just for a little bit while this dries, and I'll be back with coat number 2. Ow.
But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt.
I just got back in from a walk with Bucky and Madeline, and then I dropped Bucky off and went on a run with just Madeline. She's down there playing with a spatula, and I was really pleased with my little DIY. I don't know how I'm gonna style it just yet. I definitely need to play around with it a little bit more, but I'm so happy. It like looks very expensive. It's like the clay texture, but it's also cream. It's got a fun color. I didn't paint all of the inside because I figured if I put flowers in there, you won't see it, but I need to figure that out. But it's been inspiring me to do more little DIY projects to the house just to make it feel more lived in and more homey. And one thing that has been bugging me for months, basically since I did this DIY, was turning these frames right here black. Something about it just never has sat right with me. When I first did it, the room was feeling really one-dimensional, and so I did those to add some contrast, and it's just too much black and white contrast. And I'm kind of stumped because it is a lot of wall space to fill up, and so I think I might do what I've done in most of my DIY projects and figure out adding wall molding to this room. So I have 10 minutes till we start Madeline's bedtime routine, and I think I'm going to pull out my blue painter's tape and just map it out and see how crazy of an idea this would be. And nobody tell my husband about this, because I think if I tell him I want to buy more wall molding, he might just go missing and not be able to help me and not be willing to go to Home Depot and buy all of their wall molding once again.
Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Why can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you?
It might just be too much for the space, or I'm doing them too big or the wrong shapes. I might need to go online and look up some inspiration for molding, but also kind of love it. I think we're gonna go for it. Christian tells me whenever I want to put molding in a new room that like I shouldn't bother because I've already done it so many times, but does molding ever really get old? And it's also not like the only thing I'm doing to the space. I want to add like new frames or upgrade these or do something extra with them to freshen it up. And I just think wall molding is a beautiful way to set up the space as a good foundation, if that makes sense. So let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know if I should do this project in the future. Should we go for living room makeover round 3 out here or not? Good morning, friends. It is the next day in this vlog. Christian surprisingly is home from work all morning. I'm pretty sure he probably told me earlier in the week and then I just forgot. So he is staying overnight at work tonight, so he gets to go in late this morning. So I think we're gonna go to the park that I went to yesterday with Christian. I think he'll like that park a lot once Maddie's up from her first nap. I'm also still working on the nightstand DIY. I'm torn about if I like it or not. I'm worried that once I put a sealant top coat over it, it's gonna get a lot darker. So I am undecided on that process. Still up in the air, gonna play around with it a little bit more. I'm sure it'll all turn out fine. I'm also still playing with how I want to style this table. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. I do like my new vase, but I don't know if it's like the right vase for the flowers that I have out here. And I'm gonna be styling for fall soon, so I might just wait until then. But I also just hate having an undecorated table. Also, Christian agreed that the wall molding is not an awful idea for out here, so I think that project is going to go ahead. But I'm having a slow morning. I'm gonna enjoy this time that I have to breathe, because since Christian's gonna be gone all night long, at 1 o'clock I think he goes back to work, and then I won't see him until tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna be solo parenting tonight. So I'm gonna enjoy the quiet time I have right now, and I'll take you guys along when we start doing more exciting things later in the day. Okay, back to my nightstand drawer progress out here. I think I ended up doing 4 or 5 coats of the bleach. I probably should know that if I'm trying to make the other drawers look like this one. But it's really lightened up quite a bit more. It's a little bit green tone. I think that's because for some reason the bleach that I have has like a kind of a greenish hue to it. So I wonder if that's going to come out. But the next step in the process is once you're done bleaching it, you're supposed to neutralize the bleach. So in this measuring cup, I have equal parts vinegar and water. And I'm just gonna dip a cloth in that and then wipe down the drawer. And I guess that kind of just like deactivates the bleach. And I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with this drawer. I still have all of the same options as before. I can paint it back to the original color. I can stain it another color. I could bleach it lighter. I could just finish it. I could use wax. I could use poly. But I think, I don't know. I want something different in the bedroom. I want to mix it up a little bit. So I think what I'm gonna do is finish up this process on this one drawer. I need to let the vinegar dry, and then I'm gonna go through and sand it one more time. You can see it's kind of darker when it's wet, but I don't hate it. And if you've never worked with wood before, most of the time whenever you get it wet or saturate it, like I've been doing with the bleach and water, or now with the vinegar and bleach, it does this thing where it's called raising the grain. And when the wood dries, the wood grain is like more textured. So I'm gonna go through and then sand it one more time, and then to seal it, which I definitely wanna seal it, you could definitely mess up wood if you don't seal it. I have a water-based polyurethane top coat that I really like. I like to use the water-based ones more than an oil-based one because it stops it from yellowing a lot. So I'm gonna cover it with that. I think I'm going to use a flat finish so it keeps kind of a natural wood look to it. And I'm really hoping when I use it, it doesn't turn it as dark, because you can see it's like a much darker wood than it was a few seconds ago now that it's wet again. But I like it. I think it's gonna add some character to the bedroom, a little bit of warmth. But stay tuned, because I think I'm gonna do a whole video on this process and a little mini makeover to the bedroom. So that'll be a fun little makeover happening soon for the rest of the house. Also, unrelated to my nightstand project, Christian and I just ran over to Target. Like I said, he was home from work this morning. He is now at work. Maddie is napping. And I'll give you a little Target haul. First things were mostly impulse buys. Actually, everything was impulse buy. But I needed more conditioner, so I grabbed this. And then I was with Maddie perusing the little makeup aisle, and I grabbed my favorite mascara, which is the Maybelline Sky High. I have bought this maybe 4 times in a row now. So huge, huge fan of this. And then I also grabbed this little eyeshadow palette from Milani Most Wanted Eyeshadow Palette and Partner in Crime. And now that I'm looking at it in the house light, I don't think it's exactly what I want. I really like matte eyeshadows, and I had been looking for the perfect like small palette that has like 4 basic colors. Like I want a light color for my lid and my highlight, a medium color to go in my crease, some darker colors to play with on the edges or as a liner or something. And I thought this was that, but I think there's some shimmer to these, and somebody's finger was definitely in these. How? I just took the tape off of it. Why does that always happen? But that's a close look at the colors. Not too pleased with the fingerprints or the shimmer. And then I also got from Madeline 2 little pouches. We've been doing kind of baby-led weaning. I basically have just been taking ingredients in our house and making them baby safe. So I'll like mush up baked sweet potato or carrots or what else? Banana. In the morning she loves to have oatmeal that I do with some milk, and then also like I put some raspberries in it and mash that up as a sweetener. But I've been very scared of giving her like actual meats. Like she just had eggs and stuff, but I know that iron is important for babies, and so I got her some of these Organics Happy Baby pouches, and this one is a beef, vegetable, and quinoa stew, and this one is turkey, vegetable, and quinoa skillet. So more meat-based, protein-based. So we'll see if she likes these. And that is my little Target haul. Another thing right in front of me since we're chatting is I got yet another zucchini. Our zucchini plant in our garden has definitely been the most fruitful out of all of them, and I have so many zucchinis growing on it still. Bucky also saw me showing the zucchini and got very excited and came over to hang out with us. But on that note, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following along on these DIY projects. Stay tuned to see how they turn out, because I'm definitely in like a DIY mode. I definitely have projects I'm trying to do all around the house. The painter's tape out here, the nightstand in the bedroom, our little vase. Can you see that guy? He's behind my laptop over there. The vase going on, lots of little DIY projects, and hopefully lots more. I feel like my creative, like homemaking DIY juice is flowing. So if you have any ideas or DIY projects you want to see, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.